Welcome to this Business World Presidents, BW Applause and EEMA Leadership Series, we call it. And this is our second episode. We had earlier spoken to Mr. Abbas. And first of all, congratulations. You know, you have won, and it's a big role. A lot is expected from you. Tell me, has the wind settled in? Have you come to terms with this new role? How has it been?
Very frankly, Ruhail, no, it is not same thing because the entire thing was the whole euphoria around election was quite consuming. So yeah, we just been declared. We are yet to take over. We are yet to officially. I think there will be a handing over ceremony which will happen. So we're waiting for that to happen when the previous NEC kind of hands things over to us. Which probably will happen in next 10, 12 days time. So, looking at that to happen very soon, while of course we're all geared up and charged and, making our, strategies and, collecting things from people, and more so we're collecting people's expectations, which we did apparently in the election campaign, because we went and spoke to almost every member possible, and even people beyond our membership base. What kind of expectations they have, what role EEMA should play henceforth, especially in these times. So yeah, all geared up.
Right. You also assume office at a time which is very challenging. It's not the normal time. The times are not normal. It's a very unprecedented time. Is there a little bit of concern? What is the feeling like, getting into this and taking it from here on?
Ruhail, moment I was asked to deliver a speech when I won the election and that Zoom call happened, I had said the same thing. I said that no, I'm not going to celebrate it because it's more of a responsibility as of now. Because we are really in a bad situation. And this situation is not improving, very, very unfortunately. Even today, as we talk, our businesses are not moving. Our work is not happening on the ground. We have, every small business is facing some or other challenges. So it's very tough times, like you said. We ideally don't want to waste any further time. I said it then in my speech also. I think we wasted 30 days in this election process. I will not call it a waste, but yes, in the relative terms right now, it is a time loss. We should not have any kind of further time being lost in this particular thing, and we should really work hard towards getting things back to normal for our industry. And we need to knock a lot of doors for this. We need to really, we need to display a lot of things out there to a lot of stakeholders, that how can we conduct relatively safe events. So a lot actually needs to be done right now, like you said.
The leaders before, the office bearers before have done tremendous work, and they have built EEMA. It's become such a huge body in the industry. What are some of the, key takeaways from their journey that you would like to carry forward, that you have in your mind, from there on? And what are some of the new things that you plan to do as you get into the new role?
Ruhail, of course, a lot of hard work has gone into EEMA, of making EEMA what it is today. And a lot of our leaders of the past who have done a tremendous job in bringing the whole community together. And first phase was, of course, building the whole community together, which happened in a few years. And then, of course, the way EEMA has grown and the way EEMA has really reached out to the entire fraternity, making it relatively an epic sport. Now, this is where we need to really take on from, and I think we have a perfect platform set for us to really put the pedestal in various facets of, in various realms of experiential industry, and various areas of concerns which are there for various kinds of people. I mean, I mean, I can only talk of my agenda as of now because the new NEC needs to collectively make a common agenda once we take charge of the office. But I mean, I mean, I'm sure these are going to be a collective mission of course, first and foremost is what we need to really bring back the industry to normalcy. Somewhere we need to really deploy that we can really conduct safe events, make SOPs for various kinds of events, and display it to the stakeholders like government, like our clients, like our even our venues and hotels. Conduct workshops for our employees, for our vendor partners, to how to live, how to work during this COVID times, how to conduct, take care of yourself and then take care of guests also, which is your responsibility. So that needs to immediately happen on an immediate basis. Then, of course, there are ongoing things which EMA always has been driving in, and we'll take this forward in a big way. We will. There's a lot of skill development thing which we need. A lot of reskilling is needed. In fact, especially in these times. So we'll have a lot of workshops happening. Good that at least virtually we are connected, so we don't have to really meet to really do a lot of workshops and conduct a lot of workshops, which happened during the COVID times, and we saw EMA conducting a whole lot of series of workshops and programs which happened online. I think that's the way to go further. Also, in these times, we will conduct these kind of workshops and reskill our resource out there. Yeah, I mean, and and there are other factors of making the fraternity unite. We should have an equal representation with tourism and hospitality industry, and also the advertising fraternity. And together is when we should really find ourselves represented. We should not be seen alone as an industry body. So that area also needs to be addressed. And then there are many other areas going forward, which I'm sure when the new NEC is formed, you'll see the agenda coming in and unfolding.
It has been almost, this is the third day since the election results came in. What has been going on? I mean, have you guys spoken? What do you have to say about the new team? Have you guys met? Kind of, after that, the initial conversation started. Just a little bit of understanding of.
No, but we all are super excited, and more than us, I'm seeing the entire industry outside is super excited about this. And I'm so honored and glad of that fact that and that also brings in the sense of responsibility that people really expect a lot out of our leadership team. So I think we have a brilliant team in place. Glad that people in EMA, members in EMA, voted judiciously and actually saw merits in various positions to get the right positive team together, which definitely is there on board. So look forward to work with each other. Of course, there have been congratulatory calls which have been made to each other. We've spoken about few things with the president, and president is reaching out and speaking to most of, not just us, but also the membership base of what their expectations are from this leadership team. So yeah, I mean, like I said, great team to look forward to work with, and so much to look forward to.
In your case, you particularly had a very tough fight, for that position. What would you attribute your win to?
Ruhail, I think the members saw honesty in me. Members saw my whole agenda was very clear. I mean, I made the agenda very clear from day one. My presentation, when I did the Zoom presentation to all the members, I think that went well with people because they could relate to it. Also, another background which I carry is that I've been a member who's been contributing always. I've never been in NEC before, and that also saw members kind of looking at that I come from a little less political baggage of other NECs and blah blah blah. So I think multiple things were seen by members to get me to this position probably.
Right. One is in our conversation with Mr. Abbas, he said that he has a 13-day, 60-day, and a 90-day deliverable plan. But of course, the NAC will put together the thoughts, and he said that he would carry everybody's concerns together. But as an individual, what are your personal concerns regarding EEMA or things that you particularly want to focus on apart from the NAC? What are some of your points that you would like to focus on, address?
I started mentioning about it when I started talking to you that right now these are times when some immediate steps need to be taken up. I feel we should definitely put together a COVID task force within EEMA, which I mentioned in my agenda also. That we should definitely, and that task force should work in 3-4 formats, like I had mentioned before, on representing ourselves, representing the SOPs, making people believe that we can do safe events, and training our people how to do safe events. Also, like I said, there needs to be a high government engagement from here on. I mean, there needs to be a permanent government engagement at EEMA front, which needs to be like solid and a very 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 permanent kind of a dialoguing, which needs to start, which we need to start from the government body on various aspects and fronts and issues which we face, be it GST issues, be it be the TDS issues, be it be the holistically that government should look at this industry with a lot of empathy and sympathy, and kind of give some kind of package, handhold us a little bit, take us out of this whole mess which we are in because of the pandemic. So yeah, I mean, these are the immediate stuff, and like I said, on a long-term basis, internally we will have EEMA communicate better amidst each other. I mean, surprisingly, a lot of in this whole build up to the election, I saw that there are a lot of new members whom we really don't know much about. So we got to know each other better to really see what we can bring together on board. Right. So that I will definitely ensure that will happen. And also externally, we need to reach out to every nook and corner of the country. We need to reach out to the district levels. EEMA cannot be just a 3-city or a 5-city association. It needs to be 100-city associations. I mean, that's where India is, right? I mean, that's where things are happening on the ground. So a lot of reach out program, which you'll see, which we will take up. Yeah. So I mean, there are more.
I want to come to this question. Actually, you raised a very valid question that regional representation is very critical. Pan-India presence. That's what the body is, and it has that that character. Tell me, you come from the state of Rajasthan, and with you taking this important position, what does it mean for the regional agencies? I mean, is there a kind of a sentiment that is built around it that, look, I mean, we have a bigger say now, and how does it resonate across those regions?
It's a huge thing for our regional agencies. I think it's so symbolic, my victory, and that's what the kind of congratulation messages I'm getting from regional players is what, I mean, they're really euphoric about this whole fact that I've got into this role, because they see that, oh, now we will have the right representation. Now someone will actually, really think about the smaller and regional agencies which have been left out in the scheme of things. So yeah, I mean, it's a huge symbolic thing, and I mean, I really congratulate our EEMA members to look beyond and look at regions as the area of growth. I mean, that's where, in fact, the country's experiential growth is coming in. It's coming into these regions, it's coming into these districts, it's coming into each district of our country, in fact. So, like I said, I mean, my target externally would be to take EEMA to these 100 towns, which are the growth driver of our economy. and they're both driver to our experience economy also. You know, so yeah, I mean, I think this has been a huge thing for our for regional event managers.
I have two more questions. One is during the election process. I mean, it's very natural. It's a democratic process, but a lot of friction happens, and all of competition is there. Have you called your competitors? How has it been? I mean, how did you kind of answer?
I think no, Jindi is of course a very old hand at EEMA, and he's very respected and revered, and he's been active from the day of inception, and he played a very vital role with Michael because he used to work with him, so they had an understanding. So he played a key role in formation of EEMA also, and he's been really everyone knows him. So so that respect is there, and he of course we spoke to each other before we began the campaign, congratulated each other. So I think the election whole campaign has gone in the right spirit. We've never spoken anything foul or loose about each other, and that's where the respect will always be there. And you can't take away the contribution he's contributed to IMA at all. So I have a complete high regards for him.
Finally, what is your message to all the members who are looking up to IMA? Of course, they expect a lot. The expectations are huge. What would you like to tell them?
I would like to tell my members that this is the time to really come together. We really need to come together, and each and every member needs to take out some time to really make a collective. We need to be a collective voice at the moment. No one will hear us else.
Right.
Thinking that, excuse me. If you're thinking that government will come and help us, I don't think so. That's going to happen. Till the time we really voice out and we really are heard and seen, no one will take care of us. So right now is the time when our members need to be collective. They need to take out some time for the industry also, and contribute their efforts. Whatever we bring on, we will of course have a strategic plan toward it when we take on office. So we will request members to take out some time in this time, and one should look at collective cause right now. That's very important.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Siddharth, for taking time and speaking to us. And it's been an honor talking to you, and look forward to many more conversations.
Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure speaking to you, Ruhail. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.